Matthew? Question mark? I don't know. That would be interesting. I'm not sure what I would do because there are a lot of actual good characters that I've used before that would be very useful, like Lowen with his high defense would be very useful. Ocean Sea, look at how expensive that is. You only need one of them in the game because there's only one character that can be upgraded using Ocean Steel. So that's why you pick it up in the desert, so you don't have to buy that. I guess I'll dump you off over here. Yeah, I'd have to use Dart too, I guess. I just realized I've never used Dart before in any of these recorded playthroughs, I mean. Hawkeye wouldn't be bad. Don't use Penta Louise, they wouldn't be bad to use. Isadora might be okay. Ray, I'll give you that much time. All the you've done it now. Repent and sleep. I've also considered doing a heavy, like, I don't know what you want to call it, traditional run, but I was thinking of doing maybe a run where I'm running almost exclusively horse units, i.e. the Cavaliers turning into Paladins, and maybe using both generals. You know, something where there's a lot of movement or a lot of defense. I don't know. It's hard to say what I would do. I'd probably have to accept the fact that Lynn's not going to do me any good and just bench her at the very beginning of the game, though. Either that, or I'd have to deck her out with almost exclusively killer items. You know, always make sure that she's either using her manicotti, using a killer weapon, or something that is like a slim sword. Lovely. Great. Does not talk to Lloyd. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, Linus. I got the two names flipped upside down. This is Linus and Lloyd is the Swordmaster. I feel like Linus should be the, you know, just based on the way their names are said. Lloyd feels a little more like a mercenary name. Linus feels more elegant. Arrgh. The druid. Are you well? I lost. My brother tried to warn me you're strong, too strong. But I will not die so quietly, so easily. What? You will go with me. Ellawood. Do as you must. Huh? What did you say? I noticed something during the battle. You did your best to keep the villagers clear of the fighting. Of course. You have nothing to do with this. You are our target, not them. You are not evil. The Black Fang fights with honor. So why is it we are enemies? It's your fault. You're evil. Bah. Huh? None of this makes sense. Sonia told Father that you're a band of criminals. Father agreed and I obeyed, but... Sonia, is that it? Isn't that... I'm going to withdraw for a moment. I'll be back when this is all straightened out. Fortune doesn't make it very far. That was close. Forgive me. I wanted to speak with him at least once. Don't worry, it is fine. After all, we did learn a little something about our opponent. Black Fang seems to have some honor, after all. Perhaps they really are just being used by Nurgle. We should talk to the head, Brandon Reed. Perhaps we can resolve this without any more fighting. I don't like it. Sounds like a terrible plan. Hector, go back to camp. Might have some words with Pent and the others. Wonder what that was about. Got to talk with my brother. I'm not sure it is wise to trust that woman. Ah, how? You, I never felt you, nothing. Mad Dog line is such wonderful quintessence. First, I blundered. Brother, I'm sorry. Are you awake? Thank goodness. I know you. Huh? We met many times. I don't think I ever told you my name. So, I'm Nino. Sonia's daughter. What are you doing? Huh? Have you forgotten the law of the Fang? Sacrifice the wounded to salvage the strong? That's not... I was unconscious alone outside of the safe halls. You should have obeyed the law, killed me, and then fled. Why didn't you? Why? But... letting a comrade die? I couldn't do that. Don't be a fool. Sniff. Just... don't move. Here, lean on me. Don't touch. Please don't move. So much blood. You're bleeding again. What will I do? I just won't stop. Please. Don't die. You must die. Linus. Fool. For all I told you. Wait for me. I'll be joining you soon enough. I'll bring you their corpses as a gift. Unlikely. Burn, man, niece. Your Royal Highness, His Majesty the King has arrived. Where's Zephadel? Your Majesty, 'tis a pleasure to see you. What a glorious day that sees your grace us with your presence. Enough. Call the boy. Your son is practicing his falconry. You knew I was coming and you sent him away. Crafty as ever, woman. Very well, you will have to do. It is 10 days till the boy's coming-of-age ceremony. I would speak of it. At last. Once the ceremony ends, our son will no longer linger in the shadows, will be received by all as the legitimate heir to your throne. You know how long he has longed for this day? Cease your complaints, you and Zephadel. Queen and an heir of Bern have never wanted for anything. We are here in this menace while you live in the palace. With that woman, you must be so disappointed that she bore you, not a prince but a princess. Helen, you go too far. My child, who through me carries the noble blood of Astoria in his veins, will in 10 days be named as the right-born heir of the throne. No matter how many dote on her, your illegitimate daughter, Guinevere, will be destined to be nothing more than a base-born shadow. It is my son who shall reign and burn, my son Zephadel. Ha 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 ha! I'll give such pleasure to say those words. You said your mind? Well, I have something for you to hear as well. What could it be? Last night from the palace, the Fire Emblem was stolen away by some villain. It can't be. You are so wicked, your majesty. Pray tell, who would believe such a tale? The Fire Emblem is Bern's greatest natural treasure. No gem in existence is its equal. Killing such a heavily guarded object is impossible, is it not? Unfortunately, I speak the truth. No. You know the importance of the Fire Emblem. It is the symbol of the heir, the heart of the ceremony. Without the emblem, the ceremony must be cancelled. No! This was your doing, wasn't it? How can you despise Zephadel so? He is your blood, he is your beloved son, is he not? I have heard that Zephadel is a gifted student, a stunning fighter, excellent in all he tries. I've also heard that he is much loved by the people. Yes, it is true, all of it. He is a worthy son. I excel in neither books nor blades. What do you... I cannot say I command the love of my subjects. Zephadel and I are opposites in every way. It is hard to believe that he is my son. Zephadel, your majesty's child, your grace, you know this is truth. Mine or not, without the ceremony he will not be named heir. Mark my words and prepare yourself, woman. Your majesty, King Kingdom, please wait. He is your heir, your son, please. What am I to do, Zephadel? I beg your pardon, your highness. You have a visitor. I will see no one. Send him home. Your highness, It's all right. You may go. I will take care of this. Yes, my lady. Who? Lady Helen, it's been far too long. It is I, Louise. Louise? Is it truly you? Ah, Louise. And what is that? Eyes are so red. It is a shame to see such a beauty marred by tears. There is something Please you, I would hear your troubles. My husband is here with me. Perhaps he will be able to lend you his aid? Lord Pent is also here, I see. To be honest, Blah, 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 blah. And she spills her guts all over the place. Not literally, but, emotionally. Pat Louise, sorry to keep you waiting. How did everything go? I can't say it was a complete failure yet. What do you mean? We have a task to perform. What do you mean? The Queen Helena is looking for something. If we find it for her, she will listen to our request. Is that it? We have until morning of the 10th day from today. What will you do? The decision is yours. We'll do it. It is most certain we are certainly a test we are destined to take. Burns' loyal family is a pageant of power, love, and hate. Elwood finds himself embroiled in their troubles. He has been sent to recover the Byrne family treasure, the Fire Emblem, been stolen from the palace vault. Relying on the information that he had uncovered in the city, Hector heads south towards an area filled with lakes and marshes. The crazed beast. You there, open the cell. Lady Sonia, but the prisoner. Orders were that none may see him. Open the cell. Did you hear me? Yes, yes. Oh, aren't you a lovely one? Pray you forgive the cramped quarters. Marcel Garsner, once and former Count of Burns Landstrom, a man whose battlefield prowess was feared far and wide, until you invited your citizens to your castle and slaughtered them, stripped you of your title, and fled the king to join the Black Fang. Is that an accurate summary? You know me well, it would seem. You even made one of the four fangs. Splendid the rest of your days in the palace seem so wasteful. I've heard that Brennan calls you the Beast. A monster who would massacre an entire village to kill one person. He doesn't know how to enjoy his work, never harm any innocent. Bah. The Black Fang brings justice to those above the law. Ha ha ha! Quite droll jokes, don't you think? I'm going to release you, Count. I have a job for you, something you'll love. What do you say? Are you interested? Why not? It can't be worse than rotting here. I must say I do love my work. Now tell me, what is the name of my target? It's me, Elwood. This is the real remote area, isn't it? Yeah, few people call this area home. Hector, are you sure about this? Is this a Fire Emblem really here? Yes, I paid a small ransom for this information. It's here, no mistake. Do you see those 3 run-down fortresses? It was told the thieves who based themselves stole the Fire Emblem. Thieves? I wonder if it's true. Well, simply have to go and confirm it ourselves. Come now, let's go. Oh, wait, you two. It's them. Wow, that's a lot of guys just popping up out of nowhere. About time. Shall we get started? Lord Pascal, are you sure we shouldn't tell the chief we found them? Don't you understand, do you? If we tell anyone, the Four Fangs will take over. I will not let my prey be snatched away by those spoiled children. But if you wish to be executed for desertion, I will not stop you from fleeing. I think it would be more fun to fight, though, don't you? Shall we proceed, gentlemen? Looks like we're completely surrounded. I don't think we'll lose if we fight, but those are not the most favorable conditions. I don't care who, but someone needs to break out and seize the fortress. Got that? Seize all 3 of them. And start up this mission here. We've got a person, then we got a recruit, which will be pretty simple once they pop up. I'm sending my flyer over here because, well, high constitution, relatively speaking, high constitution, and in addition to that, doubling on these guys. So it shouldn't be too difficult to do that. Oh, however, I'm gonna probably have an overpowered Florina before all this is said and done. Like, probably, I would guess close to approaching 10, let's say. Then just past 5, she's probably gonna be approaching 10. So that is the one thing we gotta keep an eye out for. However, I think I can get, well, aside from putting people in forest to help increase their evasion and defense, I think I can pick them off with Rebecca here pretty quickly. A couple turns anyways. So point of the mission is I gotta capture 3 points. I do not need my lord, Hector, to capture each point. Anyone can capture the 3 points. They just have to put their butt on top of the castle. In addition, the characters that are guarding, I put guarding in quotation marks, castles will not sit on the castle. They will come off the castle. And you could, if you wanted to, and you don't really care for the experience, you could very much fly in and sneakily take each one of the 3 checkpoint or the castles by, you know, sending, you know, say a cavalier up north, a flyer across the water here, and then the obviously the forest area is going to be the slowest going, but you could easily get over there in the amount of time it takes you to get, you know, your other 2 into position. Yeah, so we do have to get rid of, I do have to get rid of Brigand slash, you, because I'm afraid that you're going to destroy the village. That is just north of me, but I do not want to be done. I do not want you to do that. Legault, like I said, we're going to make it so that you are, you're going to be the VIP of this mission. I'm going to do that by using a little bit of Lynn, who's now at 20. Cannot class up yet, to be your guide to level 20. She will be there to direct you and guide you as you approach level 20. Though I don't expect you to reach 20 before we finish this mission. Bring you up, attacking. Nope. Yep, that's what we want. Take out these 3 fuckers. Raise. Sniper level 4. We're on our way, guys. On our way. What's that? Nini's gonna dance? For Rebecca in the trebuchet? Why would we do that? That's weird. Oh wait. Now that other trebuchet guy is dead too. Wow. And I can use next turn to get out of the trebuchet and her dance again to load myself into a new trebuchet and kill the other trebuchet enemy. Hooray! So great. While we play the Fire Emblem. I've been, as you may have been able to tell from a number of these recordings, I've been very stuffed up. And I don't know why I've been stuffed up, because I've not been sick since around Christmas, New Year's time. So I've not exactly been fighting a head cold, as far as I'm aware. I was assuming that all of this stuff was allergy-based, because I'm allergic to dust mites, and I've been trying to do my best to clean my house, so I cleaned my sheets, cleaned my pillows, dusted the house, vacuumed the house, changed the filter in my furnace. I've done pretty much everything other than, I guess, clean my cushions, which I don't know how much that'll do, but, or I guess I could try to also clean my draperies. I could do that as well. So again, not sure how much that's going to do in terms of helping my sinuses. But I'm going to have going to the doctor, which is the point of this story. I'm going to be going to the doctor next week. Why? Because the day I called, which was Wednesday, they couldn't fit me in on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, despite calling at 8 a.m. And they can't fit me in on Monday or Tuesday either. And I don't know if it's because of the nature of my complaint is not super serious, you know, i.e., hey, he's got a stuffed up nose and his sinuses keep getting stuffed up even though he's not sick. Or if it's just the nature of U.S. medicine now where it's just like, oh, that's not a big deal. Where either you're dying and they have you go to the emergency room, or you're not dying and go fuck yourself. Or there was a fighter whose sword work was terrible to behold. I drove a long way to see him myself, but it wasn't my brother. My brother's strokes are far more lovely. I would lend you my sword, but I'm looking for someone. Take this, it is a poor substitute, but perhaps will help you. Elysian Whip. So there's the, I believe the third Elysian Whip you get in the game. That is definitely actually the third Elysian Whip you get in the game. Only possible if you come through here. Now mind you, we're gonna find out the reason why they're giving me an Elysian Whip here in probably about a turn or two. As I mentioned before, there are 3 Pegasus Knights. 2 of them are recruitable via Eliwood's campaign, but the third one is exclusive to Hector's campaign. So you don't need a third Elysian Whip. I am Count Parcel Girls. The Landstrom man will cut short your miserable lives. I don't think so. But I was saying about going to the doctor's. I won't have an appointment till next Wednesday, which is again a week after I made my appointment. And that's what's so frustrating, at least in the area that I sit at, which is Western Pennsylvania. And the insurance company that I have, which I don't actually remember what it is. It's one of the big ones, of course. I'm sort of limited on who I can go see. Doctor tells me, well, we can't see you because we're so busy. So the question is, well, are there not enough primary care physician doctors? Is it because, you know, you can make more money not being a doctor and work less hours in a different high education profession? I don't know. What I do know is that it's kind of messed up because maybe I'm living in a bygone world of yesteryear. But I remember when I used to be able to, you know, if you were sick, you call the doctor's office in the morning, and you would have an appointment sometime either in the morning or the afternoon. The doctor could come take a look at, you know, you could go see the doctor and they could take a look at you. You could get a prescription and have it filled the same day. So, you know, you're coming down with a cold or something. Now, you know, what do you do? You call the doctor on Wednesday and they can't see you till next Wednesday. But by the time Wednesday rolls around, you're probably almost over your cold completely. And if you're not over your cold and you're still having bad symptoms, well, you just pushed your doctor's appointment off by a week. So you're probably going to get even worse and have to go to the emergency room before this is all said and done, because after 7 days, if you're not getting better, you've either caught 2 different things at the same time, or you're starting to get like a pneumonia or something, you know? I don't know. It's not like okay, well, I'm 95 years old. I'm going to die anyways in the next 5 minutes or 5 years or so. So what? What does it matter? Which I understand is just a horror in terms of ethics and the way we should handle our fellow man. An absolutely disgusting thing to even suggest that the elderly should not be treated with as much dignity and respect as someone who's in their 20s or 30s. But I'm a relatively healthy guy. I take care of myself. I make sure I eat right, and I'm sure my genetics are not superior. I mean, they're not A+ genetics. I'm sure I'm disproposed, based on my family history to heart conditions. Maybe dementia. I'm not 100% sure. Only one of my grandparents really had any sort of dementia-esque tendencies, at least if you don't count my grandfather, who lived to almost be 100 years old. Who was pretty sharp until he hit about 95-ish? Somewhere in there? Anywho. But I don't know. I'm not asking for a lot. I sort of wonder about, what's the point of healthcare anymore? I mean, obviously back in the day, you get sick. I mean, you didn't have all kinds of fancy things like vaccines and shit like that. So you get measles, mumps, rubella, you could end up with polio and not be able to walk for the rest of your life. And now you've got, vaccines that help to prevent these things in most children, though I know there's certainly a pushback with people saying, oh, well, it causes your kid to get autism. But we all have autism then, I guess, because I got the vaccines. I'm not autistic. My brother and sister aren't autistic, Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions more people who've gotten the thing are not autistic as well. We're not a bunch of autistic people running around. Yeah. But, in that regard, things are just so much better than they used to be 100 years ago, 150 years ago. And at the same time, the concept of medicine has become like I wonder if Kent's gonna survive this or not. I'm looking at him taking all these commerce and going eventually someone's gonna hit him, right? No. Okay, we're good. Whatever. Wow, it started. Must negotiate quickly or the fighting will be done. Luke's be in charge on this side. Ah, there, that must be the leader. So, but I don't know. Healthcare, and I've complained about this before. Healthcare is something that I think it's something that everybody's going to need and everybody's going to use. And I've made the comparison to the other types of insurances, okay? And health insurance is something that you are inevitably going to use. You're going to use it. It should be more or less assumed that you are to use it. And if for no other reason than to get checkups and to go to the doctor when you're sick and to be able to get medicine, to help cure you of a cold or flu or virus or whatever. Okay? To the best of their ability. And unlike car insurance or homeowners insurance or